If it ain't fanning too, back at it again. Today, guys, we are reacting to retro gaming, which is called basically the video, just simple. The Minecraft player trapped in a loop. This sounds very interesting. I genuinely think this might be one of the interesting videos, one of the most interesting videos, but just by the title itself. I love time shit, like loops, like Tenet from Christopher Nolan. Wow, love this. So, I'm really hyped for this, actually. A lot of you guys recommended me to watch this. As you probably saw, I hope you were there in the chat when we had the premiere for the There's Something Living in My World by Wiffies. Really, really well made video. And yeah, throughout the chat, you guys asked me to watch this video as well. So let's just get in. I can't even speak. Holy shit. Let's just get straight into it. Here we go. Okay. The intro already is phenomenal.
On January 7th, 2024, a strange video surfaced online. It's entitled Weird Minecraft Bugs, Bug Report Number 1. The clip was uploaded to a mysterious channel called The DECAYED.
The
First,
Decayed.
things
Okay,
appear
that's
normal.
yeah, because that's also the thing. I searched up the Decayed and this came up, so I'm guessing this is it. But obviously, he said the Decayed, so
We're watching Minecraft gameplay of a user named SandyCarps8. He's on a
Okay.
multiplayer server with a friend named Cargo Ships. They discuss a recent adventure. Did you see when that spider dropped from the ceiling and almost killed me? Lol, yeah, that was pretty funny. We didn't really get too much stuff though. The players walk through the forest and reach their house, deciding that they need to go mining to get better equipment. In the basement, they drop off their wood in the storage room. Next, they head towards the mine. Cargo suggests going to Y=11 to strip mine, and the two work together.
Oh yeah,
to dig their
the
tunnel
good old strip mines back
After
in the
about a
days.
minute, their
Y11.
progress is halted when they tunnel into lava.
Damn.
Sandy suggests they come back later, and they return to the house.
Okay.
Then something odd happens. Sandy and Cargo suddenly find themselves back in the forest. Initially, it seems like the video is looped, but Sandy's chats indicate that he has noticed it too. What? Why am I back here? Cargo's response is rather odd. Lol, yeah, that was pretty funny. We didn't really get too much stuff though. Cargo doesn't address Sandy at all.
That was.
It's almost as if he's talking to someone that doesn't exist. And we realize that Cargo is repeating his messages from earlier in the video. Sandy asks if Cargo can hear him, but there's no reply. We watch as Cargo follows the same path from before, depositing his items in the chest and heading into the mine.
Okay.
All the while, he continues repeating the chat messages from earlier. The screen briefly goes black. Then we see Cargo mining near the bottom. This isn't funny, Cargo. You can stop
Yeah.
now.
What?
Then a sudden cut.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Dude, I got chills there. Jesus, okay, yeah. So I just got chills just basically for him running up and it was like scary music, but okay. But why is it...
What? What happened to the mine entrance? Why is
Yeah.
the music so weird? But things get even stranger when the video shifts perspectives to a different player. They have a dark skin and they're watching Sandy and Cargo from a hilltop.
Yeah,
If
I've got
we rewind
chills.
the footage, we can see it in the second loop, observing from afar. This isn't the only difference between the two halves of the video.
Yo, guys.
When Sandy and Cargo are teleported back to the forest, Sandy's hotbar changes. The stake and log swap places.
Okay.
Furthermore, the interior of the house is slightly different. There's no sign on the right-hand chest in the second loop. And if
Okay,
we look
wait.
even closer,
Whoa,
we'll
okay.
find that Cargo's messages
Yeah. Okay, we need to be some Sherlock Holmes in this shit.
two
All right,
loops
okay.
don't align in time, even though the text is identical. We don't yet understand the reason for these discrepancies. In fact, we don't understand much at all.
Yeah.
The video ends with a final static shot of the house, deepening the mysteries even further.
What?
This video was merely the entry point into the long and winding mystery of the Decayed.
The Decayed, okay. Ooh, the graphics. Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay, I see ya.
The following day, another video was released, titled More Weird Stuff, Bug Report Number 2. It begins with what appears to be another loop. The players find themselves back
Again,
in the forest.
in this forest.
Now, Sandy has 3 experience levels instead of 2. As Cargo starts his dialogue once more, Sandy reacts with escalating confusion.
Yeah.
This time, he doesn't follow Cargo, choosing instead
Yeah.
to walk in the opposite direction. After
But
a
why
few
is
moments,
Cargo
he
stuck?
encounters something strange,
What, just
the edge of the world.
could be a
Chunks are not
bug of a
living
chunks?
here.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing more than an empty void.
Should
This
jump
is
down
similar
maybe?
to the end of the first video with the unloaded chunks near the mine entrance. It's almost as if Sandy's not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
There's another detail that's easy to miss, a dark figure in the tree. While we can't
What
quite
is-
make out their full name, it appears to end with an R. As Sandy returns to Cargo, the Minecraft music becomes increasingly distorted.
Yeah,
Sandy descends
what?
into the mine, but it's different this time. Instead of a
goes
cave
on?
with lava, there's a long, empty tunnel. After following it for a while, Sandy discovers a narrow side tunnel
No.
without torches.
No.
The deeper he goes, the darker it gets.
Nope, nope,
accompanied
nope,
by
nope,
a
nope,
whooshing
nope, nope,
sound
nope,
that
nope, 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 nope,
crescendos.
nope, 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 nope.
Then we're back to the start again for the fourth loop of the series. It is now nighttime. Cargo is nowhere to be seen, and his messages are conspicuously absent from the chat.
Yeah,
The
what?
music is scrambled, clashing with a persistent wind noise. As Sandy returns to
Yeah,
the house,
like
we
literally,
notice
if
a
I could
staircase
show
of
you my
blocks on
thighs
top,
right now,
perhaps
it's
built by the mysterious black
it
figure who is
shows.
now standing in a lilac bush. We can just barely make out their name. It's voyeur, a French noun meaning one who sees.
what?
Inside the house, Cargo's bed and chest are missing. The basement also has a slight difference. There's no sign on the bottom left chest. Intriguing.
Prediction here. Could this be like some sort of like alternate reality? Like he's going in different realities. Something to do with the cave, or like something like triggers it when he goes off script?
This is the chest that Cargo last used. We saw him open it in the second loop. It seems that connections to Cargo are disappearing one by one. Returning to the mine, Sandy becomes increasingly distressed. Cargo, I'm going to save you, no matter what. At the bottom, a dark fog obscures the tunnel depths. As
Why
Sandy
is it, like,
progresses, strange black
bugged?
blocks appear on the edges.
Yeah,
their
this is
density
like the other videos we've seen of like the searching for a world that doesn't
increasing the
exist.
deeper Sandy goes. Then an eerie blue message appears. I haven't talked to him in days. He hasn't played Minecraft with me for so long. I hope everything is alright. Where is he? Where is he? Is this Sandy speaking?
What?
That doesn't quite make sense. To this point, all of Sandy's messages have been in the main chat. Instead, we're forced to consider the possibility that this is somehow Cargo.
Wait, why is this
Sandy
actually?
missing from his perspective also?
Maybe.
This video ends with a shot of the house, just like the first video.
But it's open.
This
There's
time,
no.
however, the
Yeah, there's nothing in the house.
door is open. Let's take a moment and attempt to untangle what's happening here. The videos so far contain a sequence of loops. They restart when Sandy is teleported back to the forest.
Yeah.
However, each iteration is different. Sometimes there are minor changes, like a sign being removed. Other times, the changes are major, such as the tunnel in the mine or Cargo's disappearance. It appears that Sandy is supposed to follow a specific path in the loop. When he deviates too much, the chunks are not loaded.
Yeah.
The first loop seems to go according to plan, with no anomalies. But each subsequent loop has one crucial difference. Sandy knows that he's in a loop. We don't
Exactly.
understand why Sandy gains this awareness, or why Cargo apparently doesn't. But we do have to wonder, was the first video we saw truly the first time this happened?
Yeah,
Or
maybe
has
not.
this loop been repeating for a long time, with the story picking up just before Sandy breaks out of the cycle?
Mm-hmm.
It's intriguing that, once the loop breaks, the world begins to decay. Signs disappear, dark blocks are generated, and mysterious shadow figures arrive.
Exactly.
Somehow, the stability of this place is damaged. Breaking the loop clearly has a significance that we don't fully understand.
Yeah.
For now, we will continue to the third video,
Limbo.
entitled Limbo. Before we dive in, let's take a brief look at the description. Signals. Something is not right. He reached sentience. This is not supposed to happen. This is not supposed to happen. What will I tell him?
So is this the figure speaking here?
Talking about Sandy?
Yeah.
Who exactly wrote this description? The video begins with the fifth loop. The world is daytime once again, but Cargo is still missing. The blocks on top of the house are also gone. On the main floor, there's a new painting on the wall. Sandy goes to the basement, and when he returns, the picture is changed. It's difficult to tell what it depicts.
Is
Maybe
it flowers? Yeah.
We quickly find the answer. As Sandy explores
Oh.
away from the
Wait,
house,
what?
he approaches a very similar cluster of lilacs overlooking the edge of the world. Comparing the two, we can see that this is the same place as the painting.
Yeah.
It's almost as if it's telling Sandy where to go. Sandy looks over the edge and discovers something unexpected, invisible blocks in the void. He begins walking on them, moving into the white emptiness beyond.
What?
In the distance, a dark door becomes visible. Well, guess I don't have an option. Sandy opens it, revealing
Yeah, no,
swirling
I'm getting
clouds
chills.
within.
I am
As
getting...
Sandy approaches, the wind swells. Maybe this was the source of it the whole time. The player enters the doorway.
What the fuck?
Sandy teleports to a completely different place, a realm of dark purple blocks with distant clouds. When Sandy tries to chat, he gets an error message. Unauthorized access, chat function disabled due to lack of developer permissions. There's a similar warning at the top, this one instructing Sandy to restart their game. This new place has many hallways with entrances to other rooms, each labeled with a sign, experiment followed by a number. Sandy enters the room for experiment number 67801236.
Okay.
In the center of the room, there's a hole. Sandy jumps in. He teleports back to his world, but from a different vantage point. Now he's standing above his house on invisible blocks.
Oh,
We
wait,
witness something
what?
bizarre. Sandy and Cargo are walking around, discussing their need to go mining. This isn't a recording of the first loop because the timing is different once again. Instead, this appears to be a different loop altogether.
what?
We have no idea why there's a copy
So
of
he's
Sandy.
like... This could be like, obviously, like, to not make it too complicated. So this is kind of like Interstellar in a way. How he can like
And why
review
Cargo
the
is
past in a way, but this
Sandy
is also
pushes
like...
a button in the sky and he's returned to the purple place. He goes to a different room, this one corresponding to experiment 892300096. Jumping in the pit, he's warped
Goes
to another
again.
version of his world. But this one's just a bit off. The usernames of the players are slightly different.
Wait, what?
SandyCarps26 instead of SandyCarps8. Cargo's name is also changed. Furthermore, the music has been transposed down a major second, increasing the uncanniness. The mind doesn't exist in this version, and the players talk about building a castle.
This
Sandy
is
comments
alternate
in the chat.
realities, no?
Also, castle? I remember building a castle. Where's the castle? Was it never there? Other experiments have much bigger changes than this one. Sandy returns to Limbo and warps to experiment 8389. Here, the sky is complex, infused with pulsing psychedelic patterns. The music is sweeping and full, unlike any Minecraft music we've heard before.
What the fuck?
And yet, the landscape appears to be similar in shape to the other worlds. There are once again two players below,
He can see it.
Zyphoid and Serene Mist. This time, though, they notice Sandy.
Wait, what?
Now, is this guy? He's just flying above our house? Sandy
But he
tries
doesn't
to
see it.
respond, but again, he doesn't have permission to use the chat. The players decide to leave. Sandy returns to
What?
Limbo and approaches another experiment.
Unstable, oh no.
1919. This one is ominously labeled unstable. He teleports to a dark, empty world with
Oh,
no
no.
players in sight. When he tries to leave, the button is unresponsive.
Oh, shit.
Sandy is apparently trapped. Just before
Fuck.
the video concludes, there's another message in chat from someone named execs4 who says, "Uh-oh." The video ends with another static shot of the world. Come to think of it, what's the deal
Dude.
with each video ending with
This
an
is
image?
like...
The f-
It's so like... There's no jump... Like, this is, I think, prime ARG in a way. Like, there's no jump scare. It's just like confusion and like... It's
First
like
video's image has
uncanny
the house.
scary. Like...
In the second, the door is open and the image is darker.
Yeah.
Then the house is gone and the image is darker still. We don't really know what this means. The following video is called Meeting, and it starts back in the main world for the sixth loop.
Yep.
Somehow, Sandy managed to escape the unstable world. Sandy returns to the world edge and walks into the void, but this time the door is gone. He continues walking nonetheless, and suddenly finds himself back in experiment 8389.
Oh.
He reaches the mainland after a few moments. Sandy approaches Zyphoid and Serene Mist's house.
What?
Now he's able to chat. The players are bewildered as Sandy explains that he just walked away from his house and ended up here. Notably, Zyphoid and
the
Serene
hell?
Mist don't remember Sandy, even though they saw him in the air during the last video.
Yeah.
This is interesting. It suggests that perhaps these players are also in a loop. How
Could
else
it
would they
be like
forget an
some,
unknown
as it
player
says, like
flying in their world?
experiments? Like...
Sandy asks if he can stay to explore, and the players let him. They generously give him diamonds.
Oh, nice.
As he wanders, Sandy sees another dark figure in a lilac bush, this one named Sightseer. The skin is slightly different from Voyeur. Back in the house, Sandy
okay.
opens a chest labeled plants. Suddenly, there's a static sound and the screen goes black for a moment. When it returns, there's a slight difference. The 4
No.
poppies in Sandy's inventory have been replaced with 4 lilac bushes.
Oh, wait, what?
Then, out of nowhere, a message appears in chat from someone named Execo3. Sandy. Sandy, you have to stop.
What?
You've achieved something you should not have achieved. Despite Sandy's confused responses, Execo3 continues. I got the signals from you.
What?
You are pushing the limits. As Sandy tries to interject, Execo3 mutes him, preventing his messages from sending. Then Exec continues. Why are you, out of everyone, acting like this? The fact you can even talk to me right now fathoms me.
So
Sandy tries to ask about cargo, but Exec responds. Your friend is not coming back, Sandy.
what did you do to his friend?
He
What?
never even played with you. Then the chat shows that O3 is warped to limbo. The video switches, and we are now viewing the world from their perspective.
Oh.
The skin is dark and the UI is different, with the number 3 above the hotbar.
Yeah.
Execo3 walks through limbo and approaches the door to the unstable dimension. They jump in. As they type, a pink cursor is visible, the same design as Sandy. Are you sure this is safe? Execo3 uses a command called TP down, which takes them to the surface. There we find Execo7 as well as another dark figure called Spectator.
Wait, what?
I mean, just in case, you should lock the world. I don't want
What is
to reach
this?
Sandy. Exec3 says that Spectator seems to be working fine and asks how to lock the world. O7 replies with a command. The ID number is the same as the experiment
Is this
number.
like... I was going to say, like, could that be a seed as well?
Then he says something notable. He somehow became a thinking mind, which is very interesting. His memories got wiped before we brought him to this world. That's very weird.
What? This is actually really cool. I'm actually mind blown right now.
Close the world just in case. This could trigger something in him if he joins.
That's true.
And then suddenly we see a message saying that an unknown exec warped to this world. Could this be Sandy? The video concludes with another static image of a house.
What the hell?
It is returned, but it's darker than ever.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack in this video.
Yeah.
First, we are introduced to a different group of people than the regular players. These are the execs. They have special capabilities. They can use teleportation commands and mute other players.
Exactly, but like, how are they linking servers with each
With
other?
the dark watching figures, including Voyeur, Sightseer, and Spectator. While we still don't know the purpose of these dark figures, the way the execs talk implies that they're not players. It would be weird to say that a person seems to be working fine. Instead, there's some sort of automation or bot. What we do know is that these execs are trying to deal with Sandy. It's clear that Sandy is doing things he's not supposed to be able to do, accessing limbo and going to other players' worlds.
Exactly, like what?
Execo3 says something interesting, that Sandy
Became a
somehow
thinking
became a thinking
mind.
Well, the deeper implications of that statement
Like,
aren't yet
could this be some type of like they're all stuck in this loop together? These players, they don't know about it. Like the other players don't know about it. Somehow Sandy gained consciousness. This is bad for the execs. For some reason, they are like working. I'm guessing the exec are working for someone, and this is like a test experiment.
It must be why the execs are concerned. But what about the experiments?
Yeah.
What's the purpose of these loops, and what are the execs trying to do? We learn a bit more in the following video called Envoyer. This is French for sender. The description contains an enigmatic series of 16 numbers. This video is taken entirely from the perspective of Execo9.
Do some
who we haven't
lotion
seen
here, guys.
before. They're in some new place, dark like limbo,
Yeah,
but
what?
made of prismarine blocks. They approach a chest labeled 9 and retrieve
9.
a book from within. As they continue down the hallway, we see several
So
numbered
they are
rooms.
9
Apparently,
levels.
these each correspond to an exec. We see Execo
Oh.
2 in room 2. The player walks until they reach
What?
number 9. The block in the center appears to be a terminal. In fact, if we look at the lines as dots and dashes, it
Could be
spells
Morse
out
code?
decayed in Morse code.
Yeah, okay.
Exec9 begins typing in chat. He's been lurking again. He was spotted in the unstable dimension. He found out about the real house. He knows too much now. We can't see
What
who
the
Execo9 is talking to. Their responses are invisible. Whoever it is, Execo9 says that they may need to intervene. The execs aren't completely sure how to stop Sandy. This half of the conversation contains a little detail. O9 says that Sandy found out about something called the real house. Whatever this is, Execo9 believes that it's too much knowledge for Sandy to have. This mystery about the real house is something we'll want to keep in mind as we continue.
Yeah, I love this type of
The
videos.
following video is titled Reality,
This is like a bunch of mindfuck, and it will all make sense in
which
the
is
end.
French for, you guessed it, reality. We return to Sandy's perspective. They're back in the main world for the 7th loop.
Yep.
This time, Sandy types the teleport command to bring him to the unstable world. How Sandy knows this command is unclear. Did he use /help? Or is there something else going on? Regardless, the command works. The console message reveals that it was, in fact, Sandy who teleported in the main video. He arrives at the bottom of the mine and climbs the stairs. Spectator is still there, but execs 3 and 7 are gone. He enters the house to find that the basement is totally different.
This is
Instead
weird,
of humble
dude.
storage chests, there's a door leading to a complex network of rooms. There's a kitchen area, several bathrooms, bedrooms, and a bar. In one room, Sandy stumbles across a red chest. Opening it reveals that it has a name, stored vessel information. Inside are 4 written books, labeled June, July, August, and September. These are diaries written by someone named Matthew David. The first entry is on June 2nd, 2017, and there are a total of 17
pages.
entries over the 4 months. The early text starts out normally. Matthew writes about being busy studying for a math exam, which is getting in the way of Minecraft. We learn that Matthew is 17 years old. Then something weird. There's a sudden jump from June 4th, 2017 to June 7th, 2023, a 6-year leap into the future. But Matthew talks as if he's still in the past. He mentions stressing about being prepared for his test. Mysteriously, on June 21st, we go back in time to 2017. It's not clear if Matthew made a typo or if this journal has some weird nonlinearities. Regardless, the exam goes pretty well. Matthew says that he wants to play survival multiplayer with the...
Well, yeah, of course we have an Andrew. Like, there has to be an Andrew in this,
decide to start up a server. That's the end of June. Sandy makes a comment. This is way too familiar.
Wait, what?
He then begins reading the July book. Matthew starts by lamenting about how he's been sick for a couple of days. Then there's something intriguing. I did see a weird creature in my game today, though. Could just be me going crazy. Even though me and Andrew are big fans of creepypastas, we obviously know that those are fake and that stuff like Herobrine, Entity 404, and all that doesn't exist. On July 4th, Matthew mentions a persistent headache that's not improving. He also added a friend named Thomas to the Minecraft server. Now, 3 of them are playing together. Then Matthew shares more about the creature he saw. It kind of looked like a player, but it just doesn't make sense because we are hosting this on Hamachi, and I checked Hamachi a few minutes ago and there's no one other than us 3. Yet he still doubts what he saw.
Yeah, what?
Actually, what am I even saying? No shot there's another player here. That had to be something else. Between pages 9 and 10, there appears to be some text cut out. We're currently working on an for all of us since we need to get some good enchants. On July 10th, Matthew mentions that Andrew and Thomas have an idea to build a town with a castle. Then there's an update on the illness.
What castle?
There's a
Okay.
problem though. I'm not really improving in terms of my health. My head really hurts and my hands are constantly shaking.
How
if
is
this
he?
keeps getting worse and worse, I'll probably have to take a little break from my computer.
Yeah, go to the hospital, bro. What?
But I'm afraid it might
Come on,
not
man.
be a flu anymore. It's been going on for way longer than it usually should. 1 week later, on July 17th, Matthew sees the player again. He seemed to have a white 03 on his head, while the rest of his skin is fully black.
Okay.
Matthew has seen an exec in his world.
Yep, an exec,
A black skin with a white number is their signature style. But this is the least of the issues. Things are getting worse for Matthew's health. Now, weird red spots are showing up on his skin. Matthew will be going to the doctor soon.
Yeah,
in the
good.
meantime, he continues to play with his friends. My friends have no idea what it might be either, which worries me because they also started to become a bit sick.
Oh.
They're not in the same state as me, but they also have a small headache. Is this a coincidence, or is something going on?
But how could that be
July
like
27th.
contagious from Minecraft?
The doctors have no idea what this could be. I'm scared. My friends are saying they feel the same things I did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, what?
Apparently, a lot of teenagers across the world are somehow catching this disease, or whatever the it is.
What?
I genuinely do not know what's happening. By this point, Matthew has been sick for over 3 weeks, and his vitality continues to decline. 4 days later, he says he barely has enough energy to play on the computer. After playing for a few minutes and working on a mob spawner farm, I saw him, the 03 guy.
Oh.
He was just standing there staring at me, and he wasn't moving at all. He sent no messages in chat, but I somehow felt him speaking to me, as if he was speaking to me telepathically. And that's when I connected the dots.
What did you connect?
This cannot be a creepypasta anymore. He has to know what's happening, and he did this to me. This might sound insane, but I think the disease is being spread among our group, and the fact he just stares at me like that, he knows. I immediately closed my game and shut the server down. I have to tell this to my friends. This cannot be a coincidence. Sandy opens the August book. Matthew can no longer feel his hands. He has problems breathing, and he has the constant urge to vomit.
What
he
the
says
fuck?
That soon he won't be able to get out of bed. Then something chilling. My parents are more worried than ever, but something inside of me tells me not to care about, not to talk to them, to not listen to them. But I want to, even though my body refuses to. Matthew's text is becoming riddled with errors, extra spaces, missing words, misplaced punctuation. He even fails to properly sign his name. His skin grows pale except for the red spots. His mother cries, fearing that Matthew is near death. As I'm writing this, I feel an indescribable feeling flowing through my body. A mixture of emptiness, sadness, pain.
What the hell is this? Is happening to this guy?
Matthew's words grow even more disordered, bizarre, and incomprehensible. Beg farewell to shattered bones, bones that shape your interior, bones that make you who you are, bones like the water of a river flowing towards destiny.
Yo guys, what the fuck is happening?
It wants me to reach it. It wants me to get closer to it. I don't ever feel my interior emptiness anymore. I don't ever feel anything anymore. My keyboard is pulling me closer to my monitor. He's calling me whoever he is. In a matter of seconds, you just may find yourself falling, twisting into the abyss, screaming, wishing it didn't end like this. But the inevitable things come and go as they choose, and in the end, you will always lose. So sit back and relax as death swoops you down.
What the
final
hell?
entry is from September 13th, 2017. And now forever I will make part of it, attempting to run from what I can't escape. I can never outrun it.
Sis, this is what happened to Sandy?
1 hour, 10 hours, 10 days, 10 years, 10 decades, 10 centuries, 10 billions of years. Forever, I am part of it. I am part of it now. I belong to it now. And it was decided like that from the beginning.
What?
These journals are deeply unsettling.
Yeah.
I don't know who Matthew David is, whether he's a player we've already met or someone new. However, there are some similarities to Sandy's story, playing on a multiplayer server and encountering odd players in the world. Notably, Execo3 is the same exec who talked to Sandy in the meeting.
Exactly, so this Sandy must be getting some type of symptom from this.
Matthew has some sort of disease. It starts as a headache, but worsens over the course of about 10 weeks. Doctors can't diagnose what's happening, and the text suggests that this is afflicting other people as well. Matthew believes that this is connected to Execo3. As time passes, Matthew's text becomes increasingly poetic, dark, and jumbled. He describes a deep emptiness inside of him, and a feeling of being called towards his
because like what happened with the other friends? Are those the people we saw in the other worlds?
Sandy returns the books to the chest. He turns around to see Cargo standing in the room.
Oh, okay,
Hey,
wait, what?
Man. Cargo, how are you here? I was looking for you. I don't think we should be here.
Yeah,
Something
no
about
shit.
Cargo is off. His text is overly formal, with punctuation and capitalization, a very different style from his earlier messages. Sandy instinctively knows that something is wrong. This can't be Cargo. Sandy begins to flee. Then Cargo continues. Sandy, come back. We can talk about this. As Sandy runs into the mine, we get one final message. You will regret this moment. You will always be the mistake known for ruining everything. The following video is from a new perspective. Someone with a reddish skin and no number above the hotbar.
I got chills right now.
When they type, we learn that this is someone named
Architect.
The
Proceed.
conversation is one-sided. However, the title of this video is Recepteur, French for receiver. Could this be the other half of Execo9's conversation?
Could be.
Watching the videos together, the chat messages align, revealing the full discussion. We learn that the architect is disappointed in the execs. To keep Sandy out, all they had to do was lock the world. Ultimately, Architect tells the execs to figure it out on their own. Apparently, there are 64 of them in total.
64?
Architect walks away from
What
the
the
terminal,
fuck?
leaving Execo9 talking to the void. The description of this video contains text that's almost readable, like a Markov chain of disparate syllables. There are 16 lines, the same number found in the Envoyer description. It turns out that this is a code. By counting out the indicated position of a letter, we can find the first character. Repeating this for each line reveals the message. Body lacking a soul. Although this is enigmatic, there's a subtle connection to Matthew David's journals. As his disease progresses, he describes a feeling of becoming empty inside.
Yeah.
There's another link as well. The name of the chest is Stored Vessel Information. A vessel is a hollow container, also empty inside. It's noteworthy that we've seen this concept a few times.
What the hell?
The following video returns to Execo9's perspective.
I'm so
right
like
after the
intrigued by
conversation
this.
with
I am
Architect.
genuinely just
Another
watching
exec shows
to.
up. This
Oh,
time it's
22.
number 22. 9 says that the architect wants all of the execs to work on the bugs relating to Sandy. They say that they need to shut down some of the worlds. Execo9 opens up the terminal and enters a numerical code, the same as the title of the book in their inventory. Access is granted. On the main menu, 9 selects the player's option.
Yo, honestly though, like, just from a like, if we're gonna break the fourth wall here again, the production of this video is insane. Like, all this like these plugins that they have to do, and like, it's just so well made, and the sounds and the graphics. Oh my lord, this is really well made. Holy shit!
Shows a list of dies, each representing a different player.
We've seen
When
those.
the cursor hovers over one, it reveals more information. Sandy's location is undefined, and his capability is sentient. Xiphoid and Serene Mist are both in the 8389 world, and their capability is thinking mind.
Yeah.
Finally, there are many other players who we haven't
Vessel.
seen before, all of whom have their capability as Vessel.
What?
Vessel. There's another connection to that word. Most players on this list are vessels, marked with a gray icon, contrasting with the 3 colored players. This suggests a progression in capabilities from Vessel to Thinking Mind to Sentient.
Yep.
So how did Sandy progress from Vessel to Thinking Mind? The description offers a few clues. Execo3 found a critical flaw in the system of the universe of the Decayed. Somehow, vessels, when stimulated in some weird way, have the capability of escaping their supposed trajectories and finding oddities that they were not supposed to find, such as the map being unfinished in certain areas, invisible platforms that allow teleportation between worlds, and a lot more. In other words, we don't know for sure, and it seems like the execs don't know either. The description continues. Do you know how Sandy managed to gain consciousness? No, I really don't. Definitely a flaw in the system. I make sure to wipe everyone's memories before they enter this universe, and I'm not quite sure what escaped their hands. But now, we see that Sandy isn't just a thinking mind. He's been elevated to sentience.
Yeah,
in fact,
what?
It seems that the execs were afraid of this happening. In the meeting video, Execo3 mentions that Sandy has become a thinking mind. They don't want him in the unstable world because it might trigger something within him. However, Sandy does teleport there. In Execo9's discussion with the architect, we learned that Sandy found out about the real house and now knows too much.
Like, this is one of those videos where it's like, the other ARGs are very, like, I guess you could say, easy to react to give reactions. Like, and obviously, it is real what I'm reacting to. Like, my reactions are real. And, like, this is also one of those things, like, this video just is, like, made for you to just sit there and just listen and just watch. Because there's, like, a bunch of text, there's a bunch of talking. There's not really that much room for, like, you know, quietness like there is in the other ARGs, which is, like, nice in a way.
Then, in this video, we see that
But it's like, I want to know what's
sentient.
happening.
We now understand that the real house refers to the house in the unstable world. When Sandy found it, something promoted him from thinking mind to sentient.
Yeah.
Could it be the journals? It's been mentioned a few
Could
times
be.
that Sandy's memory has been wiped. Perhaps reading Matthew's story somehow reminded him of the past. The specific details are still a mystery. The core point, however, is that Sandy has steadily progressed along the chain from vessel to thinking mind to sentient. And now, other players are on that path as well. Xiphoid and Serene Mist are thinking
And Cargo
minds.
is still a
They've
vessel.
escaped their supposed trajectories, breaking free of the loop. And it seems that this happens when Sandy has a conversation with them. Sandy is spreading the ability to think to others. All of this represents a problem for the execs who are trying to get the players under control.
Yeah, but what
Back
are
in
the
video,
execs? Like,
Execo
why are
9
they doing
right-clicks on the
this?
3 players' icons, reporting them to the architect.
Yep.
Then 9 goes back to the main menu and selects Worlds, then World Management. The top block is the 1919 world, the unstable one with the real house. The exec changes the join permission from admin to none. They perform an attempted teleportation to confirm the world has been locked.
Okay, good.
In the back, exec 13 appears and asks if 09 turned off access to the real house world. 9 confirms that they did. Then they return to the terminal and
This is
choose
so
a
cool.
different option, global cameras.
Oh,
We
this
see a
is
list
so
of
cool.
all
Oh
the
my god, yeah,
items.
this is so
Hovering
cool.
over one shows that this
Sightseer.
represents Sightseer, currently in Xiphoid's world.
Oh.
And suddenly, we understand the purpose of these dark figures, their cameras into the experiment. The execs can see the camera feed from the terminal. As 09 starts watching, we see Serene Mist come up and look at Sightseer. They stare for an uncomfortably long time.
What is this sound?
The audio is quite
This is
weird,
so cool,
and fans
dude.
of my other ARG videos knows that this means it's time to look at it in a spectrogram. This tool allows us to see frequencies in sounds. The x-axis represents time, and the y-axis is frequency. The higher the sound's pitch, the higher it is on the chart. For example, an ascending major scale would appear as a series of steps going upwards. Looking at the camera audio,
Wait, is that actually? Wait, hold on.
appears a series of steps going upwards.
Do, re, ma, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Looking
I
at the
think
camera
I said it
audio,
wrong, bro.
we discover a secret message hidden within.
Whoa, wait, what?
Being in my bed, unable to move. I can't get up. I can't even blink. Everything hurt. The words feel similar to the text in Matthew David's journal, although this specific quote is nowhere to be found. Could these be the words of Serene Mist instead? Exec 09 leaves the camera and encounters Exec 05. He asks what they're supposed to be doing, and 9 says that they're investigating Sandy. When he hears that, 05 says that he's gotta go and runs off. The chat shows that he's warped to the unstable world.
How?
He returns to the terminal to find that the teleportation permissions have reset.
Yeah, what?
Apparently, Exec 05 just changed it back. Confused, 9 talks to Exec 35, who says that locking the real house world doesn't work for them either. Then 9 follows 5 to the unstable world. They run to the house and enter the basement, but things are beginning to change. Blocks are replaced with solid colors, some rooms completely consumed. 9 descends into the big
Yo, wait,
tunnel
it's like it's not just the execs that are like the execs are
He finds Exec 05 taking Matthew David's diaries out of the chest,
wait,
destroying
what?
them in a lava pit. When he sees that 9 is there, 05 punches him and flees back into the tunnels. After a few moments, the chat shows that 5 is warped to an unrecognized map.
What?
The video cuts to a white world with a table. Exec 05 walks up and looks around. This must be the unrecognized map.
Yeah, wait,
We don't
what
know
the
why,
hell is
but
happening?
05 is concerned that the other execs are investigating Sandy. There is one more clue that I need to mention. The description contains a question. Where is cargo? The response is a jumbled mess of letters. These are encoded using a scheme known as Base 64. Upon decryption, we can find the answer to cargo's whereabouts. He is gone, forever, never to be seen again. Nothing more than a memory.
Okay, wild thought here. Could Exec 05 be cargo?
The next video is entitled Disposal, and it returns to Sandy's perspective. He finds himself falling down a long shaft before landing on a tree.
This
His
looks like
friends are nowhere
the
to be seen.
Matchbox.
Sandy explores this new place. The layout is large and confusing, with many rooms and barred windows.
Yeah,
There are several paintings scattered throughout. A lilac, a landscape, a white world, limbo. One is particularly notable. It has a painting of the real house. And if we look carefully, the layout of the room itself is similar to the house's interior.
Yeah.
This includes the stairs to the basement, but this version overlooks the void.
The void, yeah.
As Sandy continues to wander, it becomes apparent that this place couldn't actually exist. The space doesn't operate logically. This is perhaps most noticeable when Sandy enters a hallway that contains a jukebox. Sandy takes the stairs and loops around, ending up at the jukebox again. But that shouldn't be possible.
Wait,
Where's the
what?
entrance that Sandy used? This looping path is what's known as non-euclidean. Normal geometric rules about space and distance don't apply here. Suddenly, the jukebox begins playing a song, Ward by C418. Sandy returns and punches it, causing the block to disappear. This action changes the configuration of the
Yeah, I like this. I
Instead
like
of
this.
ascending stairs to the right, there are now descending stairs going into a long tunnel. Sandy follows it and ends up under the tree in the main courtyard. He turns around. When he looks back, the tunnel is gone.
What?
Sandy
Yo,
goes
okay,
to the
wait.
redstone
Okay, yeah,
gate,
no, they're cooking with this video. They're
so
cooking with this
switches
video.
the first
What?
off and the third on. As he wanders more, he ends up on the other side of the wall. But something's wrong. The lights are incorrect. The pattern doesn't match what it should on the other end. Did someone flip the switches? Sandy walks towards the edge of the world, and this video ends.
Yeah, that was sick. What the hell? That must be some...
The following video picks up right here. Sandy continues to meander until he finds a lever labeled emergency switch. As he contemplates what to do, we hear footsteps in the background.
No,
Sandy
no, no, no,
quickly
no.
pulls the lever and the
Okay,
world
good.
cuts to
Good,
black.
good. Whoa.
Suddenly,
Oh.
Sandy is in the unrecognized map.
Oh.
We see
Exec
5
5.
with the table in the distance, and we learn something interesting. I see you have found the emergency switch. I have a lot to tell you, Andrew. Sandy's real name is Andrew, the same Andrew mentioned in Matthew's journal. Furthermore, exec 5 reveals that his name is Thomas, another player from the SMP. This leaves just one remaining player, Matthew, who must be Cargo. The journal we read belonged to Cargo, who was the first to contract this mysterious disease. exec 5, or Thomas, gives us the most complete explanation so far. A few years ago, there was some weird sickness that appeared.
Yep.
It infected Matthew, Cargo, and Andrew, Sandy. Thomas says that people who are afflicted by the illness are called vessels.
Okay.
These vessels are forced to play the same few minutes over and over. Sandy, Cargo, Serene Mist, Xiphoid, all of them fall into this category.
Yep.
Vessels aren't actually the people with the sickness. Instead, they're kind of like ghosts who control the lifeless bodies, their consciousness scattered across different worlds.
What?
Loops and vessels all exist in a multiverse called the Concept. Execs
multiverse,
are the ones
yeah.
who manage it, and Thomas was hired as one.
Yeah.
The execs work for the architect, who is the creator of the worlds in the Concept.
Ah, okay.
The execs watch the experiments. If a vessel gains consciousness, they put a camera in the world to monitor it. This is why Andrew, or Sandy, saw Voyeur in his world. His growing consciousness triggered the execs to intervene.
Yeah.
When exec 09 saw that Andrew was sentient, he alerted the architect, who teleported Andrew to the disposal. This is a place where vessels who have become sentient are sent to be removed. However, Thomas anticipated this and opened the door to the emergency switch, allowing Andrew to escape. Despite this explanation, some questions remain unanswered.
Okay.
What is the connection between a physical human and a vessel in Minecraft? Does the consciousness of the person somehow get trapped within the game?
Yeah, like
Matthew's
what?
journal seems to
Like,
hint
are they
at
just all
this.
like just vegetables in the head, like in real life?
He says
What?
something is pulling him, calling him, and then later says that he's a part of it now, whatever it is. In
This
some
is
bizarre
so
way,
weird.
The end result of the physical illness might mean getting sucked into the Concept. The role of the execs is somewhat unclear. They focus on preventing vessels from becoming sentient, but the reason for this isn't obvious. Why is it better for vessels to be trapped in their looping worlds? It's also a bit strange that the architect constructed the worlds in which the vessels are trapped. Thomas says that a symptom of the sickness is being forced to replay the same few minutes over and over again.
Yeah, but like, what
how
are?
could this happen without the architect creating the worlds for the vessels to loop? Could the illness even exist without the Concept? And this
Could the illness even exist without the Concept?
raises a
I am
crucial question.
trying my best
If
here
the
to understand.
architect designed the looping worlds, did he also create the disease? Where would vessels go if there was no Concept? It's also worth mentioning that each world in the multiverse is labeled as experiment.
Exactly.
That feels a little bit more like these vessels were created intentionally.
Exactly.
Right now, we don't have a great answer to these questions. Thomas's story feels incomplete, like we aren't being told everything. Regardless, Thomas continues, telling Andrew what he needs to do. If you want Matthew back, you need to go back to your loop. I will enable Matthew to possess Voyeur.
Oh.
Voyeur will be out of order and replaced with Matthew's vessel. From there on out, it's you. You know how to get out. You know how to get to the limbo. That's the key place you can go to get out. You might need to find Architect. He might seem intimidating at first, but he's really not.
Oh, okay.
If you could talk to him, you might be able to escape.
I don't
He's
think
the one who
Architect.
puts you in this situation,
Yeah, I don't think
so he can
Architect.
take you out of it.
Yeah, but why would he let
It's
him
strange
go?
that Thomas suggests that Matthew and Andrew might need to talk to the architect, since the architect is upset that Andrew is sentient.
Yeah,
However,
like what?
Andrew says that he trusts Thomas. He pushes a button and he is teleported to the main world.
Here we go.
Everything seems to be back to normal.
Yep.
Cargo's chest and bed have returned, and the basement is back in its original state. Andrew sees
Voyager?
Voyeur on the hill and approaches him. The possession has apparently worked. Voyeur now speaks as Matthew. He says that he knows Andrew and that he remembers the house. Andrew tells him that the dark figures he saw in his journal were real, and that they're the reason for all this. Andrew has been trapped in a loop without realizing it.
Ah, yep.
But in the following video, things take a turn. It's called A Message to You. It's from Architect, and it's addressed to us, the viewers of this channel.
Wait, what?
Hello, this is Architect speaking. I'm sure you know who I am, viewer.
Viewer,
I
bro.
seriously discourage you from further watching the content on this YouTube channel. Alright, that's it, I guess. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day.
Yeah, right.
Nah, just kidding. Let's continue.
Yo, wait, okay. Yeah, no. This is actually, like, when you think about it, though, this is breaking the fourth wall, bro. And this is so fucking cool. This might be genuinely the most impressive ARG I've seen yet. Like, just from a creative standpoint, this is insane.
I've seen so far is a mere act of fiction. I don't know who is in charge of uploading all of these videos,
right?
But I am unable to remove the content from it. This is not what the concept is about.
Okay.
These videos are fabricated, and their only intention is to make you believe them, to make it look like I'm the bad person here. Keep that in mind if you do want to continue watching. Do not believe anything posted here. Farewell. This message forces us to consider something we hadn't really thought about. Who is uploading these videos anyways?
Yeah.
Let's poke around the channel itself to look for clues. The profile picture is a collage of a few images put together, one of which is exec05 in his world. But there are other things too, such as a tree and a lilac bush.
Yeah.
Portions of the image have inverted colors. We can fix this using the power of editing. Nonetheless, we can't quite understand everything in this image. Another place to look is the channel description, which contains a poem of sorts.
What?
Doing and doing and doing without a reason, without a consciousness, without a change, without an end.
Yeah.
Is there ever a day we will see the end of the tunnel? Or will we just remain, watching life walk right past us?
Yeah, my mind is exploding right now.
In one sense, this poem is probably referring to vessels, the players who are trapped and forced to replay their world again and again. But if we take a step back, it feels
bro,
like
this is
could be a
I keep
commentary on
like, by the way, I keep looking like right for me, and like because I have my OBS here so I can see myself, but it's like if I want to talk to you guys I have to look up here, but it's like I just have a little camera here, so it's like weird to be like, so what do you guys think?
Itself. We repeat our routines over and over, endlessly going through the motions, doing and doing. And in this process, there are things missing, without reason, without consciousness, without change, without an end. These without suggest that there's a void within us. The unending monotony of routine leads to emptiness inside. The poem concludes with a powerful question. Will we ever be able to escape this loop? Can we fill the void by being conscious, by thinking and reasoning, by changing? Or will we continue doing and doing and doing forever, watching as life passes us by?
What the hell?
This poem is thought-provoking, and it opens the door to an idea that maybe there's a deeper symbolism within this series. Do these vessels somehow represent us, trapped within our own loops? If this interpretation is correct, then
could it
who are
be
the execs who manage the loops?
Yeah.
When Matthew escapes and becomes sentient, the execs try to put him back.
Yeah.
We'd prefer it if he was looping forever. Who wouldn't want us thinking for ourselves? Despite these new possible interpretations, we still haven't quite found who is uploading the content on this channel. However, previous descriptions do seem to suggest that whoever it may be is active in the world and is able to affect it. He somehow found his way out of his world. I have to talk to him.
Who is typing this?
To us, the viewer. In the description of the message video, we find a simple command. Keep watching.
What?
So that's what we'll do.
Yo, what?
With Matthew and Andrew, showing Matthew's perspective as voyeur.
Oh, okay.
The two are in limbo, and Andrew leads them to the 8389 world. Sandy tells Cargo to use the TP down command, though it's again unclear how Sandy knows about this.
Yeah, what?
On the surface, they meet up with Serene Mist. She says that she doesn't know where Zyphoid is. Andrew asks if Serene is aware of the execs, but she says that she isn't.
Yeah.
Although Andrew tries to explain the situation, Serene doesn't understand.
So she's not progressing to the sentient.
Limbo. They tower up to the button and press it to warp.
Lifeless.
Upon arrival, the players realize that Matthew now has his old username, Cargo Ships, not Voyeur.
Oh.
His skin is apparently half him and half Voyeur, although this is not visible from the first-person perspective. Andrew brings the group to the unstable world, and they teleport. The real house is even further decayed, with colored blocks spreading to the exterior. They notice a spectator camera watching them, but there's nothing the players can do about it.
Yeah.
Inside, the basement is missing furniture and lights. They descend into the tunnel, heading to the chest room, but the diaries are missing, destroyed by Thomas.
Exactly.
Andrew reacts with confusion. They decide to head back up to the surface. But when the group reaches the basement, Thomas is there. He says he's here to report on the world status, but it's an excuse to meet up with the other players.
Ah, yeah.
Thomas admits to burning the diaries, but doesn't explain why. Instead, he tells the group that they need to return to Limbo. There's something for you if you jump into the void. You'll appear in a different place, but it's odd. No, it's simply a back door arcaded in case you fell down. He then says something unusual. Once the players get back, they'll be able to see the diaries for themselves. Thomas teleports the group to Limbo once again. They approach the edge of the void.
All right.
As they debate who should jump first, someone punches Matthew, and he falls.
What? Oh, okay, bro.
The following video is entitled Abgrund, which is German for abyss.
Okay.
The description includes a few German words. A quick Google search reveals that this is an excerpt from a poem by Wilhelm Busch, a 19th century poet. It is entitled Impending Doom. Let's read a translation. The flies are having a fun, airy dance. The frog thinks, cheer up, you'll come down soon enough.
Whoa,
the poem
that's
is quite foreboding.
Okay.
So too is Abgrund. It's extremely dark.
Yeah.
You'll notice that Matthew's cursor has changed to a star symbol. The players wander around this place for a few minutes, encountering arches and dilapidated structures. After a while, Matthew talks for the first time. We've been walking for so long, this place freaks me out. Andrew attempts to reassure him.
What the hell?
Don't worry, we'll find it eventually. He wouldn't just send us here to die. The players find another building and enter it. Matthew sees a doorway. He decides to go through it. There's something very strange on the other end.
What?
His house suspended in a dark void.
Is it in there?
The next video is called Loss of Control, and it returns to the world of the architect. Now we can see that there's a red side and a blue side.
Oh.
There's a group of 7 players sitting around a table.
Shaper, instigator,
the blue side
creator.
has founder, creator, shaper, and instigator, and the red side has author, inventor, and originator.
What
Architect
the hell?
shows up late to the red side and is promptly called out by originator. You took your time. The purpose of this meeting is to discuss issues in Architect's worlds. Creator says that the anomalies were located in his quadrant. Architect says that he's fully aware and is taking care of it, but author and founder disagree. You don't seem to be as aware as we'd hope. Founder then says that they've received signals from the abyss. The vessel you call Sandy Carp's 8 along with cargo ships in Serene Mist. All 3 were caught by one of our execs, the Outcast. Architect dismisses their concerns. The abyss is a barren wasteland. There's nothing they can do. But Instigator says that Architect is wrong, mentioning that recent data shows that Sandy has been separated. Now he's in a place called Grinzen. This is German for borders. Creator says this means they're getting closer.
Closer
What do
to
you think
what?
happens when they reach the last layer?
Then
Author turns up the heat on Architect. If you don't send your workers to capture them, then, well, I'm sure you can figure that last part out. Don't make us have to interfere, is what I'm trying to say.
What?
Architect says he'll get them and leaves.
So are these people? Are these humans? What?
First, we learn that Architect works with people besides just the execs. He's not an all-powerful being. Instead, he has to answer for his failures. And it seems like he's actually pretty bad at his job. During the conversations, it's repeatedly shown that he doesn't really understand the situation very well. The others seem to think that it's a much bigger deal than he does.
Because he doesn't want to, like, you know, admit that his department is failing, I guess you could say.
Presumably on the same
along
team.
those lines.
However, their roles and purpose remain unclear.
What is happening here, man? This is
we now know that the place Andrew ended up is called Grinzen. We see it firsthand as the video continues, now back to Andrew's perspective. He's in the house. The exterior is pitch black.
Yeah.
Andrew enters the basement. When he comes back up, he notices that there is now a castle.
Oh, the castle they were gonna build.
Andrew explores it for a while. On the outside edge, there's a trapdoor with a ladder leading down into the blackness. As Andrew descends, he cries out, "Where is it? Thomas!
What?
I thought you were helping me. Thomas!" Then the video ends.
What?
In the following episode, we switch to the perspective of Serene and Matthew, who have been waiting for Andrew's return. In the distance, a figure approaches. Their name is Exec 111, and they have white skin with black numbers.
What the hell?
111 says that he doesn't work with them. Abgrund, as you can probably tell, imitates the bottom of the ocean. The abyss is a layered network. It's beneath the entirety of the concept. Then, an astute observation. You've probably been through a bunch of dialogue already. I'm sure you're quite tired of it.
Yeah.
That we have, Exec 111,
Yeah.
and that we are. But we're not done yet. 111 says that Andrew probably went to Grinzen, which is the next layer of the network. It can be accessed in a multitude of ways. However, the path your friend took is incredibly risky. There is a safer route. By going to the flat area in the distance, they can reach a main location. They'll know because there are a bunch of towers scattered around. The players leave on their journey.
Okay, who are these execs though?
The following video is called Grinzen. It picks up with the duo seemingly close to their destination. In the distance, they spot several dark towers. Each player explores one, but both come up empty. They then head to a much larger central tower. Inside is a hole. They debate if they should jump in and decide that it's the only path.
Yeah.
They do a countdown and take the leap. The screen goes to black. And, well, that's it. At least for now, this series is still ongoing.
What?
I think the Decayed is unique and high
What?
quality, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Bruh.
At this point in the video, I do a deeper analysis, but instead I will wait for more episodes to release.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll make an update once the series progresses more.
Yeah, okay, so there must be
if
some...
If you enjoyed this video, subscribe. It lets me know to make more content similar to
what
this.
the hell?
And
Okay.
if you would like to support me further, join as a deep dive
Okay, well, you know what, fine.
The link
Then
is
we'll
below
wait.
the video.
I guess maybe it's
I
out,
want to
but
give
we'll
a
see.
shout out to Kunai, who also covered this channel. They offer a
Oh.
different perspective, so check out their videos and subscribe
okay.
to them too.
No, that's nice that like people are like finding these things and like making a video out of it. But the creator of this IRG, Jesus, this is insane. Wow. Holy shit. This is insane. Yeah, definitely this one is up there for me as a top ARG. I love the whole just thing of just like the mystery and the time loops and like who is the creator, who's the architect, who are these people sitting at the council. So many questions, yet so many unanswered questions. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for the support. It's been insane. Genuinely, you guys make me so happy right now. It's insane. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.